Okay, so today I want to go over gold. We had a bounce. We had a TD sequential 9 on the daily. We didn't go below it. So what I think we're going to see here is I think we're going to see a 1 to 4 candle bounce. I mean, maybe we go a little bit higher. Maybe we test this, right at 1900. We can look at the weekly real quick. So the weekly with the trend lines that I like to use here is showing, like I said a couple of days ago, that you should be exiting positions. If you had entered here whenever all the trend lines were going up, you would have been 100% in. And then there's little exits here based on how you trade these moving averages. But last week, we had a break of this resistance area, which was around, say, 1850. So that broke. And then we closed the week below that. And then now we're getting a bounce, like I said, based on the TD sequential. But my trend lines that I use, those are all trending down. And if we get another week where this blue line closes below this pink line, and then that week ends up closing below the low of these, you're out 100%. I do think right now that we will get back to this 1760 area, and then that'll be support again. But if it breaks, we're going to go lower. So let's see how much higher can we go. So if we surpass this 1 to 4 candle correction from this reversal 9, the next resistance level based on TD sequential is here at this 1, which is around 1884. So we could get there. That'd be somewhere around this. I'd be higher than this 30 MA, but this is our area right here. Right here. And then what we would want. So if we get here, we find resistance, we drop back down, most likely going back to this 9 area. But if we get here, we consolidate, and then we get a daily close above it, then we can go higher. All right, so let's see what else we're looking at as far as longer term trend, what we can see. So here's this stop and reversal points that I use. Those are also trending down. They broke here. That gives you a signal to sell. Do I use these to enter back in? I mean, you can. They're more, for me, they're more of an indication that my trend is reversing, along with other indicators. This is confirmation that if I'm opening a position to the upside, that that position's good. That you should make some profit off of that. That should be a good trade. So I'm using this for confirmation. Here we're right at it. So we could. This is at 1860. We could get close to this, and then price could fail right at it. Kind of here we did it, failed, broke, consolidation, broke it, went down a little bit. We finally went up here, but even whenever we went up here, and this is on the daily, it's not, I mean, that wasn't, it went up less than 4%. So this is also serving as a resistance area. Like I said, on the weekly, we're way below it. So for me to say that gold is going to go to a new high and break this high that we set in August of, say, 2075, I needed to find support at this $1,900 area right here, kind of an area where the 6 is. I needed to find support there. We need to consolidate there, and then I can say we're most likely going to break that high, and that'll give us enough time for these moving averages to start to level off, maybe converge together, like it did here. Converge together, and then we can start to reverse that trend. But right now it's down. And then we can look back. So let's look back at the last time gold set a high and exactly what it did. Because there was times in here where you could have been, this is the bottom and we're going to go higher, right? So we set a high here of 1920, so say close to 2000. We came down for a time frame of, let's see, so 3 weeks. And then price reversed and then it topped out at 9 weeks. And then we had the same thing from this secondary top around 15 weeks. And then we did it again here 30 weeks, about 30 weeks. So this could happen, right? I mean, the dollar's weak right now, so you could expect possibly that we're going to get more upward movement in gold. So it took a year for it to go back and forth between the high and these secondary highs, and all here you're waiting for a breakout. So we could see the same thing here. We get a secondary high. We have a high. It's been just like, back in, what year was that? 2011. Same thing. It took about the same amount of time from our high here to set kind of like a secondary high, 14 weeks. We can see the same thing where a secondary high comes in. And this is resistance area. Somewhere around, say, February. We can see this, and then everyone would be like, we have a breakout, and we're going to go higher. But if you want to be extremely cautious or conservative in your trade, you could wait till all these trend lines go up. We get a break of, say, 1975 on the weekly, and then you'd be all in. You could have some confidence that we're going to go test this high and potentially break that high that we set here. So that's my outlook. Okay, so let's look at the Ichimoku clouds. Yeah, so here. So we found support here. We could range between this white and blue line for the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so and also, so for these crosses, prices could grow into this cross and then fall back down. So we're looking to break these resistance areas on the Ichimoku cloud. So right now, is this a reversal? We're going to go back to all-time high. I can't say that with any amount of good confidence. I'm leaning at best neutral until these trend lines start to converge together. We start to see some support around 1900. We consolidate, and then we go higher. So that's my outlook on gold. I mean, silver is going to be doing the same thing. It looks a little bit better. Let's look at the gold to silver ratio. Okay, gold to silver ratio. So with this, and these lines that are here, whenever the ratio between gold and silver is around 100 and this starts to break, on the next, if there's going to be a rally in gold and silver, on the next rally, I have this kind of like a silver color, it's maybe more white, but that rally is going to favor silver. And then on this bottom end, whenever the gold and silver get to this area, this ratio gets here, and if there's going to be a rally in both of them, then you would buy gold rather than silver, because this indicates that in the rally, gold is going to outperform silver. So right now, we're, right around 76. It looks like there's, a line here that you could possibly draw that shows a break of this. 67, say 65 whenever this breaks, you're going to see silver start to significantly outperform gold. So if I'm going to hedge myself with gold, if that's the idea, I think it'll be a better trade to actually buy silver if that line broke. Let's put that back on. If that line breaks, and we have a 9 here, so you can also use a TD sequential on this. So if I get a weekly close below this 9, which is at around 68, then I can go ahead and say, okay, if I'm going to take a position in either gold or silver, I'm going to take my position in silver, and then this trend should continue down to this 30 area. We can look at Bitcoin real quick. Okay, we had a rally here. Let's let this load real quick. Okay, so a couple of days ago, I said if we had a green 2 close above a green 1, above this 9, that we're probably going to get higher price action. We had the 1 close above the high, but we had a lot of indicators that were showing that it was overbought, and I was extremely cautious. Now, if we have this 4 close above this 3, you could take a position. So the high of this 3 was at 19,340. The 4-hour closed above that, right here, just a couple of minutes ago. Closed above that at right around 19.4. So we had that. It looks like we're creating a cup and handle here. It's not exactly perfect. Maybe is there something? No. So on the 4-hour, it looks like a cup and handle, potentially a head and shoulders pattern. So, like I said, it's not perfect. You could have confidence in possibly this pattern completing if it goes above 19,775. So say 19.8 to be safe. We get a 4-hour close above it. We can have it. We can have some upper targets. Where's my candle? Where's my arrow? Arrow. So first thing I would be looking at if it broke out. Mid 20,000s overall pattern of approximately say 23. So you could take a position. We still have some indicators that are over. Some have reset. RSI on the daily has here. No, not completely reset. We're still in the 60s, but price can go up. Get a daily close here. I would have much more confidence if this 4 closes above this 3, closes above this 9. Well, for it to close above the 9, it's going to have to close above the 3. So we can again come up to 70, find some resistance, come back down, or break right through it, and then head for those values. Like I said, about 2,005 or 20,500. If the pattern completes on this 4-hour, as high as, let me just say 23. Probably should have left that arrow on my chart. Yeah, around 23. So we'll see. There's a lot of volatility right now. There's, like I said a couple of days ago, I think we would range. Let's look at the daily real quick again. Yeah, so we could be ranging, right? This could be our range here. This large area right here could be our range for the next couple of weeks. Right there. That could be our range. So it'd be that, as time goes on, there could be a lot of people taking trades where, we think there's a breakout, they get faked out, get stopped out. But this could be our range. With confidence, you could take a trade, but you have to be patient. You could take a trade once, this range is broken. We have our target here. Again, right around 22.5. Saying that 22.5, 23.3, 23 1,000 area. That's what we could be, which would also agree with that cup and handle on the 4 hour. So yeah, patience here, waiting for a true breakout rather than this choppy area, which could potentially be, what is this? This is a big range, plus or minus, or 15% range that we could be seeing for the next couple of weeks. But so that's what I want to go over. Gold, did a little bit of silver, the ratio on gold and silver, some Bitcoin TA here. So thanks for watching.